Bryce, first time seeing our faces, eh? Big face reveal.
Pig face reveal. Well, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Music, you can't see our
Yeah,
faces.
you won't
But
know what we're talking about, but yeah, you can see our ugly
yeah.
faces, you know? But I'm talking
So we
about
should probably
beautiful,
explain.
beautiful faces,
Yeah,
Bryce.
beautiful faces, dude. We should
No
probably talk
shame.
about We should probably talk about what we're doing. Um. With our podcast now. So basically, what we've decided to do is we're going to not be uploading the full 45-minute to 1 hour episodes on YouTube because YouTube just isn't really made for that. We're going to keep uploading the full episodes onto Spotify and Apple Music. But what we're going to be doing with YouTube is now that we're using our webcams to record our faces and our reactions, we'll be uploading clips of segments from the podcast onto YouTube. So, for example, one recording, we may upload 3 separate videos just on different talking points from that episode.
Yeah, that was well said, Bryce. I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be more engaging with the viewers as well. Just like
100%.
I know we know some of you guys don't want to listen to a hour long video on YouTube. It just gives you something to look at, some more visual aspect to the podcast and some shorter videos too. And if you want to show some support on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, just gives you the opportunity to do that. But if not, you can also check out a 15-minute video on our YouTube channel, and it's going to give you
Yeah,
a
it
bunch of
helps people
options.
get right to what they're going to want to listen to, right?
Exactly,
Some
exactly.
people don't care about certain teams or certain players. So if we
No,
if we
yeah.
have a segment on a player or a team that you want to listen to a lot, but you don't really care for the rest of the episode, you can just do that on YouTube. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. So
Yeah. Speaking of certain players that people might not like, Evander Kane. That's a big topic for today.
Evander Kane, dude.
Man, cancer in the
Oh,
locker room.
dude.
Cancer in the locker room.
So his ex-wife has. Well, I
Well,
don't. I
no,
have
okay,
some of
okay,
the statement here.
okay. It's not. It's soon to be ex-wife. I'm pretty sure they're still together, and they have a child together.
Uh,
They just had a child together, actually.
He says, unfortunately, I would like to address the completely false accusations that my estranged wife and soon to be ex wife has made against me. Whew,
Oof.
that doesn't sound too together.
That does
That's
not seem like a
that's
healthy marriage right there.
that's not a happy relationship right there. I I don't even know. I like so basically what's happened here is Kane's estranged and soon to be ex-wife has come out and made an accusation that Evander Kane has been betting on NHL games that he plays in. And this lines up with him because he a couple years ago it came out that he was like in $26 million of debt.
Yeah. I
Like
mean, like it's
I
it's not a surprise hearing this from him. I mean, he's known to be a little bit of a gambler. Like just hearing that he might be throwing games though, that's kind of like crazy to see. You don't really see that right now in the NHL, at least not what that we know
no.
of, right? But I'm pretty sure I used to watch videos of like interviews of just random hockey players, and they're interviewing Evander Kane, and apparently he has like a house in Vegas and he loves to go to the casino all the time there and gamble. It's just like a hobby of his, and like he's always loved Vegas, but I mean, I didn't know he loved it this much to throw away his games.
He loves Vegas a little too much, dude.
Man,
I, like
he's got himself
I
in a
don't know.
hole.
Do we have the full statement from the wife?
I Not from the wife, but I have the full statement from him. I just don't have it from the wife.
I just
Um,
want to read what the wife. I just want to read what the wife says.
well, like, see, this is what I'm saying. There's definitely something that happened behind the scenes between them, and she's obviously trying to get back at him. That's definitely what it is. But this could be true. This could not be true. We just don't know as the typical hockey fan, or no one really in the hockey world knows. But a lot of his teammates don't want to be on his team next year and want him traded.
So this is from a website called The Hill. I believe
Okay,
it's an internet news source. I've never heard of The Hill.
I've
Have you heard of The Hill?
never in my life. But like,
Okay, well,
continue,
I'm pretty sure they're
continue.
just reiterating everything that they've heard as well.
Yeah.
So it says Kane's wife Anna alleged in a Saturday night social media post that her husband gambled on his own hockey games, writing on Instagram at NHL. Could someone ask NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman how they can let a player gamble on his own games, bet and win with bookies on his own games? She also wrote in a social media post, how does the NHL let a compulsive gambling addict still play when he's obviously throwing games to win money? Maybe someone needs to address this. Wow.
Man,
Uh,
what a way to end the
she,
marriage right there.
our house is being. She also said that our house is being taken by the bank. She also accused him of forcing her to sell her wedding ring while noting that she was
Oh,
unable to purchase formula for their 1-year-old daughter. What?
Evander, buddy.
What?
If this is
Like,
true, like that,
you can't
how much
believe
have you
everything.
gambled? How much have you get? Well,
That's
see, you can't believe everything that she says. Obviously, she's mad at him, and they've gone through some stuff, but
yeah.
like he does have it in his past, right? He started the season bankrupt, and like it's like,
Eh,
how do you trust this guy? I mean, at the same
It's
time, like
worse than what I
you don't
thought,
know.
dude. I thought he was just irresponsible with his money, but
Yeah,
like if it's this bad, like if she's telling the absolute truth, and I'm sure there could be elements that are exaggerated, but like there's definitely truth to this. Like where there's smoke, there's fire.
yeah,
Like
right.
he's in some deep, deep trouble.
Well, yeah,
Like
he denies
deep
everything though,
trouble.
eh? He denies everything.
Uh, yeah, he denies everything, and like it could be a hit job by her, but like I don't know, like why would she?
I don't think it
It
is.
seems like a lot of effort to be like just a completely made up thing.
I mean, I don't want to like I get it. Maybe he's going through some stuff. I mean, yeah, maybe he has a gambling addiction. Like a lot of people do, and a lot of people struggle with that, right? Um, but the way that she like kind of addressed it to everyone was kind of cold hearted. Like you think they would have like she must have done something to really hurt her to expose her husband or her soon to be ex
Yeah,
husband,
like
right?
if she can't get formula for her 1-year-old daughter, then like
Oh, I'd be
obviously,
pissed off
if
too, right?
I mean that warrants it, right? That warrants this kind of post as well.
Yeah.
Now, for what I believe, I believe that Kane bet on some games. I don't think he would. I have such a hard time imagining he would ever bet against his own team.
Right? So yeah, that's the thing too. He says, I would never bet against hockey. I love hockey. I love playing the game. I think I've had my best season this past year. And he thinks that that's kind of ridiculous and it's a false statement because he loves the game and he would never do that to the game he loves, which
He
I
had
don't
a good
know.
season
He
statistically. It's
did.
not like he was throwing.
No, he just maybe knew he
I
had a bad
mean,
team. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, my buddy put this in a good way. He says, I said to him like, yeah, man, there's no way that Evander Kane would throw like his own games. And
Yeah.
then he said, well, I don't know. You're sitting in the locker room and you take one look at Eric Carlson, and then you take one look at Martin Jones, and then you might be inclined to bet against
And you're
them.
like, I can make some money off of this. I can
I
make
could
some
make
money
some
here.
money off Martin Jones, dude. I mean,
Um,
I don't know. So, and now it's coming out that a bunch of San Jose Sharks don't want him back on the team.
I don't blame them.
Um, that's for reasons probably because they don't want to deal with the controversy. And also, I hear he's just kind of an ass. Like he's just
No,
not a super nice guy. That's what I hear.
he is. I remember when he got traded from I think Winnipeg or yeah Winnipeg. Apparently, they told him to wear a suit to the game. I think this is what I heard. I don't want this to be like an actual thing, but like they told him to wear a suit to the game because he wasn't wearing suits, so he wore a tracksuit just to make a joke out of it, a point. And like because everyone else was wearing
Um,
suits but him, so he wore a tracksuit to the game, and then they traded him to Buffalo, which obviously that didn't turn out well. And then they obviously they traded him to San Jose. But I don't know. I personally wouldn't have him on my team. I just think he's a cancer in the locker room, like Tony D'Angelo. But Tony D'Angelo is a topic for another day. Actually, he did sign with the Carolina Hurricanes, which
he
surprised me.
did. Good for you, Tony. Um, I don't know. I think to wrap this up, I think a good thing to do would be to read his statement because it would only be fair to read his statement.
Exactly right.
Do you have that, or do you want me to read it?
I have it. I have the statement. I can read it here. He posted it on his
Okay.
Instagram. I mean, it was pretty public, right?
On on it, I have statement 1 and statement 2 on Twitter here.
Yeah, I have. I'm pretty sure I have 2 pages screenshotted here. I mean, he went on a rant kind of, and he says sincerely, Evander Kane. So
Sincerely.
he said, "Unfortunately, I would like to address the completely false accusations that my estranged wife, did I say that right?
Estranged.
Wife and soon to be ex-wife, which that was a I'm not gonna lie,
That's a dig.
I chuckled at that one.
That's a dig.
It is a dig.
Yeah.
Made against me. Even against the advice of my legal team, I feel strongly that the public and fans hear this directly from me." So he's addressing the fans directly. He's not keeping it a secret. I have never, in all caps, gambled slash bet on hockey. Never, in all caps again, gambled slash bet on the Sharks game. Never, in caps again, gambled slash bet on any of my games. And again, all caps, never thrown a hockey game. The facts are I personally are per I the facts are I personally had my best season of my career, like I said before. And was the most consistent I've been through any season, and he's proud of that. I love the game of hockey, and I would never do anything to that was alleged. I look forward to cooperating fully with the league's investigation, having my name cleared, and looking forward to this upcoming season. Sincerely, Evander Kane. That was statement one.
It's really, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I know.
I mean,
Do you believe
the guy has a legal team. Like, a legal team costs a lot of money unless he's just an absolute brutal, like, monster to his family. Like,
kind of
I
sounds
think
like
her saying that she can't get formula for her baby, but yet he's like paying for a legal team. Like, unless he's an absolute, like, total monster.
yeah. Like
Like,
how do you not
I just
afford
can't
baby
see that.
formula if you can afford lawyers, right? Like
I just can't see. I just can't see that.
no. I mean, some people
I
are
mean,
like that. I don't want to say like that he is like that. I don't know the guy, right? But
yeah, I can read the second statement if you'd like.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, statement number 2 from Evander Kane. With recent allegations that my ex-wife chose to make public, I want to clearly respond as follows. I love my daughter. I will and always have taken care of my daughter in every way possible. I've always made sure her mother has had everything she's needed and more. I've tried to de-escalate our divorce issues and be as civil and calm as anyone in this position could. I've tried to set up FaceTime calls and visits with her. I have had some FaceTime calls, but not every day as I would like to because of being restricted by her mom. She has refused me to see her and has unfortunately tried to use my daughter as leverage. I will continue to always take care of my family. That goes without question. I would encourage people to realize that someone who goes to this length to try and jeopardize someone's career with lies is mentally unwell. I hope that this is the last time I will be publicly addressing any further misrepresentations of me as a father. See, like, I buy
Yeah,
that.
I
Like,
I
I buy that.
like I do think
Like,
yeah, like I do think he's a family guy, and I think he really cares about his daughter. I don't think he would not buy like he'd make sure he has money for baby formula for her. Like
right.
I think the wife was just
Dude,
pissed off.
I think okay, Evander Kane clearly has a gambling issue. Okay,
Yeah,
he's $26 million
for
in
sure.
debt. He clearly has a gambling issue. He very well might have bet on NHL games. Okay,
Yep.
that's very possible.
Yep.
But I find the stuff with him like not providing for his daughter, I think that's crap. Like, I might
Yeah.
get reamed out for that. I might get hit for not believing her by default. But I just have a hard time imagining that a guy with like a legal team, and legal teams cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, can't buy his daughter formula. And it doesn't make sense for me as well because, like, okay, she's the mother of your child, right? So imagine you're in her position, okay? Like, why would you come out with all this crap if you like need him to provide for your daughter? Like, he's gonna have to pay child support, right? Because
Yeah.
they're
Oh
separating.
yeah.
So why would you jeopardize his entire career? And then you're jeopardizing your child support from him. Like, she can make a lot of money off his child support, as she
Yeah.
should, because with child support is absolutely something you need.
Yep.
And
Especially for a
she has now
newborn,
put all
right?
this in exactly. So
Yeah.
now she's put her child support in jeopardy, which is now by default put her daughter in jeopardy. I'm not blaming her. It's just a very convoluted situation. And I'm sure there's truth to it from both sides, but it's not all one way. I think, like, it's being made out. I think Evander Kane has a gambling problem. I think it's very possible that Evander Kane bet on his games. Do I think he ever threw games? No, I don't think he ever bet against his own team, but he probably bet for them.
Well, see,
And it's known in the league that he has issues, right? But the family stuff, dude, I have a hard time with that. I have a really hard time with that.
I know I get what you're saying. Like I totally understand that. And like what like I'm kind of like on how I'm grasping this situation is like yeah, he does have a gambling problem, and maybe she's pissed off at him. Maybe really did do something, and maybe that gambling problem really affects their relationship. But why would you they probably both went to a certain extent to like really defend themselves, and like she went to the extent to hurt him because they're both hurt by the situation, so they have to be both kind of plead their case, right? she kind of has to make it sound like he's the worst possible father ever, thrown away all their money. That we don't necessarily know that's true. And plus, I think if she knew that he had a gambling problem, that's a sensitive topic for a lot of people, right? And like maybe for him that's a problem, and he really struggles with that mentally. And I'm not trying to stick up for Evander Kane because I'm sure like he's done mistakes and like he went the season bankrupt, right? He definitely has a problem, and he really shouldn't be doing that when he has a newborn daughter, right? He should really be thinking about her stability and her baby formula and her college. Like, that's years from now, but like you think about it. But at the same time, I think they're both trying to plead their case and both make them sound terrible just so they can have a case against each other. But at the same time, yeah, Evander Kane could have bet on his own team. I really don't think he did. I think he gambled on other stuff, maybe like their personal items, like their house or a car or something like that.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
he's definitely an addict, and she's definitely probably a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's my hot take.
Well, that can
And
happen in a lot of relationships too, right? So it
yep,
just goes downhill.
it just yeah, we can't by default
No,
think that Evander Kane is human garbage because what she said would make him garbage.
no.
Not being able to get your baby formula, but I don't buy 100% of that. I'm sorry. I don't.
It's just really hard to tell. Like we're not part
Yeah.
of their life, so like I don't want to like bash her as well. Like we want to be like as like sympathizing to Vander Kane and his ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife, but
I sympathize for the daughter.
I do too.
You know?
Whenever the daughter comes
that-
first, and like put all this shit aside and figure it out and make sure the daughter's okay. So
Yeah, both of her parents clearly have issues,
Exactly.
because I think it takes a certain mindset to air all of your dirty laundry on social media, knowing that this is the kind of reaction you're gonna get.
Yep.
And now you have two random guys on YouTube talking about it, and it's none of our business.
Exactly. We're like getting angry and shit. I'm just not that angry.
I don't know.
but-
It's